Hey everyone, it's Graham Pruitt with Alcova Mortgage, and we are talking about a 2-1 buy down today. And what does that mean? We're going to learn the ins and outs, and by the end of this video, you're going to be a professional. You're going to know exactly what a 2-1 temporary buy down is. So let's get into the video. All right, so I'm just going to pull up this chart. This is going to help me as a teacher sort of progress through what a 2-1 buy down is. I don't want to miss anything, and I want to kind of stay on track here. So let's just take a typical situation in the current market that we're in. And I'm talking, we are November 16th, 2023. Okay. So let's take a simple purchase price of 600,000. We're going to put 5% down. We're going to get a rate of 8% with no subsidies, just a straight up 8% interest rate. That's kind of where things are right now, give or take. Okay. We've got a monthly payment and you can see the cash to close. All right. So what is a 2-1 buy down? All right, I'm going to pull up the second column here, and I'm going to explain to you what we're doing when we get a 2-1 buy down. So in a 2-1 buy down, let's say you're sitting and it's December or January and the house has been sitting on the market and the seller's getting nervous and they're willing to negotiate either on price or give some credits. So with the seller buy down, the temporary buy down, what we're doing is we're getting the seller to give us money. Okay, and how do we know how much money do we need? So let's pull up this chart here real quick. And let's just say this is how we do the math. So we're buying a house for 600, we're putting 5% down, 8% is the going rate, 4182 is the principal and interest payment. So to do a 2-1 buy down, how it works is the first year, if the starting interest rate's at 8, it's going to be 2% below that. So we're going to start out with 6%. So the monthly payment at 6% is $34.17 or $765 less than what the 8% interest rate would be. So if we make 12 of those payments, we would have saved $9,180 in that first year. $390 a month in the second year for a total of $13,863. So that number right there is what we are going to ask the seller or the builder to give to us. Okay, so you make an offer for $600,000. You ask the seller to give you that $13,000 in a credit. So that money doesn't come to you to reduce how much you need to bring to the table. That money really is going to go to the lender. Okay, and every single month when you go to make your payment, your reduced payment here of $34.17, just principal and interest, the lender is going to go into that escrow account, into that bucket, and they're going to pull out $765 every single month that you're short from paying them. Okay. And so the beauty of the temporary buy down is they're going to, once they get to zero on this, obviously you're making that fully indexed payment right there. But let's say interest rates improve in a year and you refinance. Well, you've got money sitting over. So you're not going to lose out on that money. That money is going to come back to you when you do the refinance. It's going to reduce what you owe on the balance of the mortgage. Okay, so you don't lose it. It's not like a real permanent buy down where you pay interest in the beginning to buy the rate down for the life of the loan, and if interest rates go down and you refinance, you lose it. It's not like that. You get the money back. So it's a no lose type situation. Okay, so in this situation here, 600,000, putting 5% down. The first year's payments at 6%. You can see what the monthly payment is here, and this includes taxes and insurance. Okay, and I'm going to put a link to this description and to this presentation down below. Okay, so at the bottom of this second column, you can click on the payment stream and you can see here's the first 12 payments, what that's going to be at 6%. Here's the second year payments at 7%. And then you can see the third year it goes to 8%. And if rates were never to come down, you would make 335 payments and you would pay this loan down to zero. Okay, so you can see that there. This thing's also very cool because it's going to tell you a couple things here. It's going to tell you, what are my savings over 24 months? Okay, and I'm doing this as 2 years because, we think rates are going to come back down within a year or two, and you're probably going to be out of this program. But what we're trying to do with the temporary buy down is solve a problem. Okay, and the problem is its affordability. Right now, this loan for this particular person is not affordable. They can't afford the $49.78 a month payment. They wanted to be closer to $4,000. Okay, so this was ideally where they wanted to be. Well, this is too high. So what do we do? How do we solve that problem right now? And it's the temporary buy down. It's getting the seller to subsidize the higher cost payment for the first 2 years of the life of the loan. And then when rates come back down, we refinance. Now, We don't know if that's going to happen. We certainly think it is. All the professionals, all the economists think that's going to happen. However, if it doesn't, you still need to be able to afford this payment, but this softens the blow for the first 2 years. Okay, so take a look at this. This is what's considered a 2-1 buy down. The biggest thing you want to remember with the 2-1 buy down is it's hard to lose on it, right? Because if you're ready to buy a home and you were going to pay this anyways, you can ask the seller to cover and get you this lower interest rate for the first 2 years. And if you refinance within those first 2 years, you get some of that money back, so you're not losing out on anything. So I wanted to explain the 2-1 buy down. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. As always, if you need anything, feel free to reach out. And I hope this helped you understand the 2-1 buy down. There's a little bit more, there's more things to it, but I think this is a good overall view of what that is. So talk to you soon.